I've often thought about what would the perfect player look like.
It might play the game in a complete way from the way that we play it.
As a chess player, you want to know more about chess, you want to get deeper, and there is so much still to learn.
AlphaZero played a match against Stockfish, which was the strongest computer that we all knew, and it won the match.
And all of a sudden I thought, wow,
does this really work? How does it know how to do it?
I started thinking, oh, it's quite interesting, and there's just a couple of games that went bang.
And these were very exciting games, very attacking games, giving pawns away right at the early stages of the game. The other computers were thinking, well, that's too early.
AlphaZero doesn't have any rules. It learns through experience.
Really didn't think there was room for this huge attacking style, never in my wildest dreams.
There's even more depth than we thought in chess.
It's like discovering the secret notebooks of some great player from the past.
It explains AlphaZero's strategies.
How does AlphaZero think? AlphaZero blows apart what traditional engines are doing.
Hello and welcome to this live stream, and we're going to be having a look at the England versus Russia team battle today. So very exciting match coming up. I'm Matthew Sadler.
And I'm WIM Natasha Regan.
Hi everyone. Hi everyone in the chat
Hi,
as well.
Anthony.
So fantastic. Let's go to the stream because I can see the games have just started.
Anthony, are you playing? That's what I want to know. And if not, please do. I think we're still a little bit outnumbered in terms of numbers of players. Let's just check how many players we've got. 41. Oh no, it's gone up a lot since 10 minutes ago. It was 23 10 minutes ago. Now it's 41. So that's fantastic. That's a fantastic turnout. And Team Russia have 53 players. Actually, so it's fairly even in numbers of players, which is great because that means everybody's playing all the time, which is lovely. And people don't have to wait for a game.
So looking at the team, actually the English team seems to be stronger. We've got number one, of course, Dr. John Nunn, Docky, who will be following quite a bit. Then we've got a couple of Russian players, but then a whole row of English players there. So it's a very strong English team. I think they've really got interested in playing the Russians, of course. So great, absolutely fantastic. Well, I mean, let's see whether we can start with the game. Should we see whether is Docky playing yet? Let's have a look.
Let's have a look.
I'm just going to move my screen a little bit because I'm blocking myself here. No, it doesn't seem to be the case. But let's start with a Moonmaker. Let's have a look at Moonmaker. That's quite a nice one. Moonmaker against Guncher 71. This is a...
No, I don't see your screen yet, Matthew.
Oh, good
it's
Lord.
Not yet on the stream.
Right.
So then people can see the position.
Yeah, okay. I think no, I think on the stream we're live there. I think
we are live, but it's showing the picture of us at the moment.
Yeah, but we're a little bit yeah, the stream is a few
delay. Yeah, okay. I will wait.
A little bit of delay there, so no worries. Maybe if you just go to the site as well, Natasha, and just and then you can have a little look at when we look at games, we can just look at them together. This is Moonmaker against Guncher 71. So this is a Grand Prix attack, and I have to say that Moonmaker's doing pretty well. Of course, Grand Prix attack probably slightly less well known in Russia than it is in England, I would have thought. And well, it's quite a dangerous mating attack building up here. So I think if White plays Queen H6, Queen H6.
The board is still not visible. If you maybe share your screen.
Oh, good Lord. Okay. Let's have a look because I'll just share the screen again then because that's really odd. The way I'm looking at it, I'm seeing that I'm live. Yeah. So let's do it. Let's try it again. Share the screen. And do application window and share it. Put it on.
Aha, now I
What,
see it.
that's it? Now you see
Very
it.
good.
All right.
Yes,
Really
yes, it's
sorry.
all there. And I see
Really
that
sorry about
bishop
that.
stuck there on h8, blocked in, and the rook on the h file for white.
Exactly. Absolutely brilliant. So, okay, well, I do apologize for that. That was, it all looked fine on my end, but good to know that it seems to be fixed now. Okay, so, yeah, so black's managed to exchange off queens, which is pretty good. But of course, we've got this bishop on h8, which is in a bit of trouble. I mean, white could go the long way and really try and get both his rooks to the h file, but that will take quite a while. So it's actually not 100% clear how white's going to do this. C takes d4, e takes d4.
Who would you say is better here?
Well, I'd expect it to be white, but I'm not 100% sure because I mean the pieces are slightly offside here. You know, on the rook on g4. If you're not actually doing anything, then bishop f6.
Oh yeah, you could go e5. Could have gone e5.
Bishop f6. Bishop f6 is happening. Oh dear! All of a sudden, black's bishop is emerging, and yeah, black's suddenly doing quite nicely. A pawn up. Bishop h8, and black's quite a bit ahead on time as well. So. D3, yeah, this is going to be quite tricky for the white player. What do I want to do? D3 is a slightly odd move in some ways. I mean, it activates the bishop, but obviously this knight on b2 is kind of trapped. So I mean, white, yeah, king h1. White could sort of start looking going h4, h5, and that might still be reasonably dangerous.
Attack's still going.
Yeah, I think maybe rook c8. Okay, I think I'd go h4 here if I was white.
You could also bring this knight round, couldn't you? To like d5.
Indeed, and threaten knight e7. But I think
try and go for mate.
Yeah, that's true. I think we could. I guess we can go rook e8 here. I'd love to throw in h4. I have to say, but I wonder whether black's going to try and throw in f5 actually as well, and just you know, open things up and try and play on that back rank. h3. Yeah, I think if I was black, whether it's good or not, I'd probably just try and play f5 here, you know, and but maybe it's, I don't know. I was looking at rook takes g6, f takes e4, you know, which is we've got this.
Well, you could take on g7 and then go bishop c3 and pick up the knight.
Yeah, it's just I'm hoping then I'd go king g6 and just have two monster pawns on there. But rook e6 is a very sensible move, and yeah, I mean if h3 h4, yeah, that's. Rook c8, okay, black's going for it. H5 gh.
Ooh, exciting.
Not seeing any ghosts there.
You could do this, but actually you just swap the rook.
Yeah, rook g7. That's right. Yeah. So
what about bishop h6?
Oh, bishop h6. Oh, there was rook h6.
Rook h6 would have been better.
It's all chaos now. It's bishop g7. This d pawn's still very big, unfortunately.
Yeah. Bishop e pawn.
What can we do?
4 seconds left.
D2, yeah, this is lost. This is lost. D1's happening. Rook takes, knight takes. Rook d3, rook c3. Oh, then
take the knight.
Oh, good lord! Oh, it's chaos, isn't it? Chaos. But obviously, rook b7 now. Yeah, but obviously, you know, black is black winning this? Probably black is probably still winning this. King e5, so rook g7. Only move, go back to f6. That's good blitz technique. King g5, king g3. We give a check on b3. Oh, that's possible too. Just check on b3, and then we can try and go something like, yeah, king g4 is not bad, I think, although got to watch out for e5. Ooh, e6. Ooh, e7.
Ooh,
e8 queen. E8 queen wins. Win. Oh no. Oh my goodness me, what a drama.
Who is winning now?
Yeah, white is winning now.
Nobody knows. White should be winning.
Queen e5.
Okay.
Queen e3
yes, queen h6.
Rook g7 is quite a good one.
We could do it.
Rook h7 is also very, very decent. Oh, that's a very good move, actually. Rook g3, queen e4, checkmate now.
Wow. Oh, what an exciting game.
What a turnaround. What a turnaround there. That's it just shows in blitz you really can lose anything. It's so there we are. So England getting off to a strong start there with the 26 points to 12. Let's have a look. We got behind Blue Eyes.
Yes, against Lance 5500.
Oh,
now Lance 5500 is the top Russian player, and he was retweeting our tweets to the match. So hopefully he'll also be following the commentary at some point, but probably not yet, not while he's still playing.
So let's have a look. So behind Blue Eyes, just thinking a little bit there. This is a, I guess this was a C3 Sicilian, wasn't it? Yes, it was a C3 Sicilian. We'll just play through the moves there with Knight F6. And, well, we're just white playing E takes D6. It's a very, nothing amazing, but you're just getting a sort of a normal IQP position. Oh, draw agreed.
Oh,
draw agreed. They,
that's a crafty arena tactic to do a quick draw and get more games in.
Indeed, indeed. But of course, you do lose your streak like that. So, but okay.
They've lost their streak. Okay.
Okay. But they've got some form here, actually, because isn't it? I think I'm looking at the score at the bottom here. That Lance.
Yeah, that's how many times. Oh gosh,
43-8. 43-8.
They played a lot though.
They've played a lot indeed, so they know each other quite well there.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. So Lance 5,500. Let's have a look at Docky.
Yes.
Have a little look at Docky there, and so Docky. Oh, Docky's got very little time, and he against Patch.
We do have an increment. So the games they're playing today are 3 minutes and 2 seconds increment each move. So Docky's down to the stage where he's got 6 seconds. So he'll need to play his moves very quickly to get those 2 seconds building up to try and increase his time here.
Indeed, indeed. But he's also, how many pawns is he down? 1, 2, 3, 3 pawns down. 3 pawns down, and
yeah, but he's got double big pieces on the 7th rank, so
indeed,
that's probably pretty scary. Oh, check.
Oh, Queen F8 mate.
Oh,
good lord. Oh dear me, dear me. Oh, that's
unlucky Docky.
Unlucky Docky. That's a big blow for England. 31-17 now, Team Russia, and we've got Patch Cord and Ipiro Team Russia, who and Pavel Kaverin, who's leading at the start. So. Oh, let's have a look at Schadenfreude.
Yes, let's see Schadenfreude.
That's
so this is Phil Crocker from is he the president? He's the only plays for the Chester Chess Club.
Indeed, where we gave a game changer talk not so long ago. Queen F4 always makes you nervous, but E5.
Oh, you can't fork that king and queen because the queen can take the pawn.
It's just
this is very good for white now.
Yeah, this is just winning now. It's in these team events we have seen some amazing things with hanging queens and
actually that was Schadenfreude, wasn't it? Last time
that was Schadenfreude.
He's probably learnt because last time there was a queen on prees and he forgot to take it, and this time he's a queen up, so he's probably learnt from our incisive commentary last time, saying if a queen's on prees you have to take it. And,
indeed.
So you just got to avoid stalemate, but there's no stalemate here because black's still got pawns, so it should be mate in 1.
Exactly. So it's going to be mate in a couple of moves,
but not long. Oh, he's just messing with us now.
Indeed, and there we are, mate. A good win there against one of the stronger, Russian players.
Well played, Schadenfreude.
Excellent stuff. Okay, let's go back and have a look to see whether we can. If you see some players that you particularly want to see, just shout out and.
You try Wilsonia.
Wilsonia against Anthony Bangan. So that's a strong matchup there, 21-86 against 21-34. So
very closely matched pairing here.
Closely matched pairing here, and quite an even.
This is another.
I'm not quite sure. I'm trying to guess. I don't know. Oh, it's an exchange French.
Okay.
But now has black blundered a pawn there? Because I think we can just take on f6 and go knight takes d5.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, I mean, the exchange French has got a bad reputation, but it scores, does score very, very heavily at, even at, well, certainly at a lower level. And also,
it's always got that annoyance value.
It has that annoyance value.
It's got to be worth something.
No, it's true. It's absolutely true. So yeah, I mean, white's a pawn up. I mean, the isolated D pawn is not super, and black's bishop, obviously, but it is it is a
passed pawn.
It's a clear pawn. So, I mean, white's playing very sensibly. Should probably play, could play G3 now and King G2. Those are always nice blitz moves to play. And then afterwards, try and work out how you're going to make use of that pawn. I mean, one thing that always occurs to you is to play. You could try and play A3, B4, and then play the knight E4 to C5. especially now that black's played a6. You know, that's a very nice way of making use of that pawn. Yeah, when the
so
queen...
black's counter-attacking against the pawn on b2 here.
Indeed. I think b4 here would be a very quite a nice thing to play, I think. Rather than making a piece passive. Knight a4, queen a5.
Okay, so white's trying to get this knight into c5, but straight away black could just take it with the bishop.
Yeah, that's right. That's not going to work. So I think you're probably going to have to go back to c3, I think. Or you could play queen b3, but then black might even play b5, b4.
Well, it's good to repeat, isn't it? Gain some time on the clock. Oh, mind you, black's reactivated the queen over to the king side now.
Queen h5, h3. Yeah, I'm not. I would have preferred g3. You know, in those cases, because it blocks the
fronting that bishop,
contains that bishop, and then you get the king to g2. You know, and also g3 and king g3 gives you a nice easy move with white. You know, an extra consolidating move. With h3 there, yeah, I mean, you're always going to be a bit short on back rank squares, really. You know. So queen.
I suppose white should just try and swap queens. You know, like Keith Arkle style, chase the queen around the board until it gives in.
Definitely a possible option then. I think white's actually planning to do this. I think queen h4 or queen. Ooh, bishop b7, d5 wins a piece here.
Ooh.
What a strange move, d5. I wonder what he was aiming for. I think he was trying to stop. Maybe he was trying to stop queen h4. I think this is probably it. But he missed something far more unpleasant there. So that's going to be a piece.
Yeah.
I think probably, I'm not sure what you think, but I think probably in arena it's probably good technique just to almost to resign really at this moment and just try and play their next game. I think because certainly with white having all this time,
you're not coming back from this.
Well, you never know. Yeah, you
might. We've seen it before. We've seen stranger things before.
Indeed.
You could maybe now take on d8 and queen e5. Let's take them on c6.
Yeah, I mean the white pieces are beautifully placed actually, and that means they're actually beautifully placed to achieve exchanges. So I don't. Yeah. Not going to be very easy for black here. Yeah, queen a6. I would just taking another pawn would also have been quite reasonable. So queen g6. I guess you've got to keep the queens on. We could go knight e5 now, and I think knight d7's a very unpleasant threat here. Knight e4. I mean, there are plenty of very, very good moves.
It all wins.
It does all.
Famous last words.
Indeed. Yeah, knight d6 here. I mean, black's still got the chance of going rook c2 now. So you've got to watch out here a little bit. That's a little bit...
yeah.
Okay, so rook d2.
Rook d2.
Rook d2. Because if rook takes, queen takes, and rook d8, then... let's have a look. Rook takes, queen takes, and rook d8. It's a pin, but it's, I mean, you've got rook e8 check, for example. So, that will not be too dangerous. It's so I think I think rook d8 straight away. I think we could just take on c2 and then take on f7. I think that would be very strong.
Yeah, that looks good.
No, that will probably be very, very good indeed, because we're actually going to take the bishop on a7 afterwards. You know, so I think that would be very, very good. So I mean, looks excellent for Wilsonia, but
check another game.
Just got to watch out a little bit for the old time, but if he's calculated this now, then there shouldn't be a problem at all. Yeah, you can do it several ways now. You could go rook e8 check as well. Then queen takes c8 and then queen e4 check afterwards, just to swap off the queens along that diagonal. That's and that looks like that's what Wilsonia is going to do. Takes king h7 and queen e4 check. Excellent. Yeah, very good technique. So that should be that. And black resigns. Yeah, there's might as well just start again, write that one off and start again. So English, oh, it's still 59-44.
Very close.
I mean, in the other matches, you know, there was a big gap was starting up quite soon, but not here. So let's have a look. We've got Football Girl 7.
We're trying Football Girl? Yes.
Let's
okay, a tough match for Football Girl against Lance 5500.
Indeed, the Russian top seed. So do you know who Football Girl is, Natasha?
No, do you?
No, not at all.
A girl who plays football.
It's I think Lance is berserking as well. Look at his clock.
Okay, right. So berserking means that Lance needs to play all his moves in a minute and a half, and he doesn't get the increment.
Yeah, he's playing. He's playing very fast, and he's picking up material here. So yeah, Queen C1 only move. Bishop C4. He's playing for the queen trap.
Queen's in a bit of trouble.
Yeah, he's not taking the exchange on E1. He's playing. So Bishop B2, Queen B1, Queen A3. I think is quite a nice one. Oh, I think Queen A3 threatening Bishop A2 would have been quite decent there. But okay, he's playing?
Okay, Queen's coming back out. He's
coming back out. We can probably play Bishop A2 here, I think, and this marching A pawn will be quite. It's quite good for
so Football Girl's trying to draw up some counterplay here. Knight into E5,
playing very fast,
actively.
Girl. So
we would get the rook in.
Rook B1. Oh, that was. I think something like Rook E3 would have maybe could have been a bit confusing, but yeah, Lance is going to. Oh, Queen B1. That's going to be made. Well done, Lance. My goodness. So that's that's going to get some points. 66-47 for England. So England's still staying ahead there. Oh, we've got again behind Blue Eyes against Lance 5500.
Yes. So they had a quick draw last time in a C3 Sicilian.
Yeah, I think we'll maybe maybe go for another one. Let's go for Semenov against Chess King.
Yes, let's do that.
That one. Ooh, well.
Wow, this looks. Wow, what's going on here? This White has just taken the rook.
Yeah, White is actually a huge amount of material up here.
That's a whole rook up.
Yeah, Semenov 83 from Russia is doing his country proud here with well, he's got a huge attack. I think Rook B1 here is going to be. I
wonder if that king, whether it's even legal to castle.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure.
But it's looking very tricky. Look at the pawn on F7 that White's lining up on it.
Queen G7.
And then there's a check,
And Rook C1, King D8. Okay, well, Queen F7 now is. Oh, Queen F6. Okay, Queen F7 was really huge, but
but we're a rook up.
Bishop G7. There was Bishop G7. Oh no, Rook. No, Rook F7. Rook F7 was fine. Good lord, that move Queen F6 was really confusing because White could just. It might have been a mouse slip actually. I'm thinking, that he moved it one square too early there. But Rook F8 now is probably the simplest in terms of technique. Obviously, in principle, White is just winning there. But okay, Bishop D3. It's moves like that somehow they always give you a bit of hope somehow, because a move like Rook F8, swapping off all the pieces was really just. And now White's got to White's got to regroup and.
Still a rook though.
It's a rook. H3. That's a.
Yeah. Okay. So Black's getting a bit active. I would move now my rook to maybe the H file.
Yeah, I mean, I think a check would be quite nice. Also, Rook D1 maybe was also quite nice to try and stop these pawns from going through. Bishop E2. Is White going to carry? Is Black going to carry?
It's not completely straightforward, is it?
Well, I mean, it's just
for the Russian player. So Chess King is making the most of this.
It makes you nervous, but I think he's going to want to sacrifice that bishop for the pawn there. So I think. Bishop F6 is the move that you should really be. Oh no, this is not going to work because we just take off now, and we've got.
We're going to win that bishop.
We're going to have Rook E3 afterwards. There,
so White's going to pick up the bishop.
That is going to be finished there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's finished.
Black's playing for mate, of course.
Yes, that's true. Yeah, I think this is probably one where just in terms of team technique, you'd probably want to
Yeah, we could resign this.
to resign this one. Oh, Semenov playing for a trick.
Oh,
H4 check, sneaky. Black resign.
another rook.
Yeah,
2
excellent.
rooks will be enough.
79.55. It's tight, but
Yes.
England
We
is
checked
still-
in yet on Dairy Queen if she's
Dairy Queen. I can search, can't I, for Dairy Queen? Dairy Queen. There she is.
Let's see if she's playing at the moment.
Is she actually playing at the moment? She's lost one game, I think, to Semenov, who we've just seen. But I don't think she's playing at the moment.
Fine.
No, not playing at the moment. So let's just go back. We've got a docky. We've got a docky game.
Let's see, Docky.
Ooh, against Wild Indian, 26-28.
Gosh, what a
Right,
mega game.
okay. So Docky's played a bishop b5 Sicilian. Oh, it's going to be a good game, this one. Let's have a look. So a tough one straight away. So Black's played. Oh wow, Docky. Black has played this move knight f8 to intending knight to e6.
Now, what's the idea behind
Bishop
that?
g7 takes e5.
And take on e5. Very nice.
This is
Very
actually.
nice.
This is very interesting. Typical Docky. This.
Because all of Black's pieces are on the back rank.
Yeah, this is not certainly for a blitz game. This is pretty tough for Black. How is Black going to get developed? Yeah, bishop b6 takes c4 is one good idea there. Obviously, you want to swap off the queen, so you play b3. Knight e3 would also have been possible. Yeah, Black's actually reacted very, very coolly here, I have to say. Yeah, I'm wondering about that b3 move. But what we could do here now is play. Could we do that? Rook b1. The only thing I'm wondering about actually is if we go rook b1, then bishop takes. Okay, maybe takes first, and f5. Ooh, okay.
Just trying to push through with these central.
I think Black can just castle.
Black castle can that be done? Yeah.
Oh dear, and this is looking. Oh, gf crumbs.
So can we go rook f5?
I guess he's wanted to just go queen d4
Queen
without
h5.
castling.
No.
He wanted to have the f file open here, you know, just to. Yeah, that's probably not a bad idea there. So I guess rook d7. That's decent.
Queen f3.
Yeah, I mean, we want with Black to play the knight to g6, and then we want to play to e5 afterwards. Oh, that's very aggressive from Black. Rook g7 already. Oh, this is quite nasty. If we go queen f3 or something like that, then we've got knight to d7, you know, which is knight d7 here is very nice with knight e5 coming in. That knight covers everything. Yeah,
because we can't kind of coordinate our queen on both sides of our pawn chain, can we? We sort of have to attack one.
Unfortunately, not. Knight e6. Okay,
we could go. Couldn't we go? If we go, I was going to say rook f7 to try and double up on that b7 pawn. Black's got too many pieces coming in against our king, really.
Yeah, White was worried about rook takes g2 there. Rook f7. I think Black's probably just going to carry on maybe with. Oh, he's got to watch out there because if king a7 will go rook b1. Might have been a bit safer just to go queen d7. Oh, g3.
Ooh, can we
okay,
go?
but there's a little
trying for that. But wait, if we go queen f5, we're defending.
Yeah, queen f5 is necessary, but I think we might be able to go something like. I don't know if we go knight f4. We'll probably go rook f8 check. Oh, it's check. It's check. Good lord. Indeed. So maybe we should go knight g5 here. That might be better. Although we've still got queen f4.
Queen f4 check and queen g3.
Golly, good lord.
It's all happening.
All happening. Rook g6. So this is. But now the question is, can Docky
can
swing back
we
with rook b1? Oh, that's not a bad move. That's not a bad move at all.
Defending h3.
Yeah, rook b1 looked quite dangerous as well, actually, but with the threat of rook b7. I mean, Black does have knight d8 here to protect b7, so that's always...
Yeah, he's going backwards, isn't he?
Indeed.
Got to be happy with that.
So, okay, so what can we do here? Yeah, this is very clever. Yeah, king a7 is not a bad move. If you're not sure what to do, just get the king out.
Can we still double up?
Well, we can do it, but now we're going to go. Oh, we could even go rook g7 now. That's. If rook g7, we'll just take knight g7, and then we'll go rook b1. That's the. Which is actually is that winning even? Maybe
Go
even
on, Ducky. And he's got a little lead on the clock as well.
yeah, I think knight d8 is the most solid from that point of view. But then your knight you're using it defensively. I think Docky will
We could go then queen e8, couldn't we? Oh yes, or queen, yeah, queen
c7, just aiming for
yeah,
the
yeah,
a5 pawn. Because this rook on h7 here is beautiful, defending this pawn on h3. So my goodness.
Very nice. Three pawns.
Yeah. And look at Wild Indian, he's getting short of time.
Yeah.
Could be a big game.
Position is difficult, this. Oh, knight g7. We didn't.
Rook b1, rook b1, rook b1, rook b1. And Docky sees it
straight away.
Of course, Docky sees this. Docky always sees this. This is just winning, I think. It's just one.
Oh, fantastic game. Really nice.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah,
and this would be a big one for the personal leaderboard as well.
Exactly, yes.
No, the top.
Well done. Hard luck, Black. That was well defended. And just at the end. But it was always tough with major pieces.
Exciting game. So you just gave up that piece in the opening and kept the pressure on all the way. Yeah,
sort of. Yeah. I think there was a little bit in the middle where it wasn't quite convincing. But
Dinan, have we seen Dinan?
At the end, was going really well. Let's have a look. So we've got
Swampy. We haven't seen Swampy yet, have we?
Swampy. Let's have a look at Swampy. Do you know who Swampy is?
No, I don't know who anyone is.
Well, Swampy is playing Wild Indian again, and
when I say I don't know who anyone, I mean I have seen Swampy play a lot of times, but I just don't know who they are in real life.
Swampy is going for it. He's played a Sicilian wing gambit against the 2 knight c6 Sicilian, which is extremely unusual, I would have to say.
Okay. Check.
And he's playing Wild Indian, who we've just seen lose that half.
Probably the last Wild Indian one straight up.
So what are we going to do here? Are we going to go knight bd2, I think. Knight bd2 feels sensible. Yeah. And then what's Black going to do here? Knight e7. We've got bishop b2. We've got queen b3. Queen b3 feels quite nice. Bishop b2 is also not bad. I mean, if you go knight c6, I could probably just go d6 afterwards. Now it might just be the best here. Just go d6.
D6. And if the bishop takes him, we've got the fork.
Indeed.
On e5.
On e5. So that's not. Blindfold chess, and no shogi today, I'm afraid.
Shogi a different day. But we have to update you on the shogi. Is that we are still in we are Great Britain 2 in the World Shogi League, and we are still in with a chance of promotion from Division 3 up to Division 2. We have a big match against France, which is happening in the very near future. So if you want to follow that, that's on 81 Dojo, and let us know, and we can get you a link.
Bishop takes f6. I'm not sure about bishop f6. Thanks very much, Blindfold Chess. Bishop d2, knight d2. So I'm not sure that bishop f6 was the right way to go there. But there was, of course, a nasty. Yeah, the e4 pawn was somewhat nasty, of course. So what is Black going to do here? E takes d5. That just feels rather loosening and random. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, I'm not sure about ed. I would have just gone bishop d3, I think, and just
because that looks quite nice to me, that pawn.
Queen e5 check. Queen e5 check. That's what he was playing for. That's what he was playing for.
Oh, yeah, okay. But say you move king f1. Is that so bad?
Queen takes a1 check.
Oh, that's very bad.
Yeah. He was the black player was very cunning there. Queen a1 check, and Wild Man will be happy after his game with Doc. Indeed, that's a win there. Fantastic, Blindfold Shogi. Thanks very much. Blindfold Chess, rather.
Blind Shogi 7. I tried that. I tried it a week or two ago. But there weren't many players on when I went on there, so I need to try that again. In fact, if you follow me there and I'll follow you, we play a game at some point. You've played there, haven't you, Matthew?
A couple of games on the live chess server. Yeah.
Yes.
It's going to be very nice. I think it's the lovely live chess experience for Shogi. It's going to be it's going to turn out to be very, very nice indeed. So this is Doki. Did Doki play the? Did he play? Oh no, he played the. It was a Sicilian. Okay, he's in a sort of a French position.
That's his normal. He's normally Sicilian, Doki.
That's right, but it's a French structure. So I was wondering how he'd reached it. But,
he probably knows them all.
So bishop b5. Oh, this is going quite nicely though. He's managed to swap off his light squared bishops, and White's played a3 and b4. So there's a lot of weaknesses there. So this is looking quite smooth so far. Rook c1. So yeah, Black can play knight a4. He'll be able to take on b5 and on d3 rather than go queen b5. And yeah, he can swap off the rooks nicely as well. Okay, that's a good move to try and get into there. But we go knight c4, and the nice thing for Black is that Black can play b6 and stop a knight getting into c5.
Yes. Yeah.
Or even tempt it forward to c5 and then kick it back with b6 afterwards. You know, that's also quite good. Actually, queen b5 is quite tempting here because you've got little threats of knight takes a3, for example. You know, so but queen a4 is a very nice move here, and then knight b5. I think this was what
this looks nice for Black. Do you think
this is gorgeous for Black? Yeah, no, it's very, very, very difficult for White now. Also because there's not. White doesn't really hasn't got going at all on the king side. So that lovely pawn on e5, that stops the knight coming to f6.
Oh, it's gone. It's gone. It's gone.
It's gone because the c2 rook is hanging. So
nice tactic again from Doc.
Another nice tactic. Oh, he's after that first
on fire.
Often we've seen it actually. We've seen Docky lose the first game a few times, haven't we?
It takes a little while to warm up in these things.
I think but this is he's cruising along nicely now. So what is going to happen here? How can White try and play? Well, I suppose, yeah, going knight b3 to d4 is one way. Maybe knight d4 first. Knight b3. Probably go back to c7. Oh, rook c8 is also very good. Yeah, White still just does not. Rook c3.
Rook c3 type thing.
Yeah, and then we've got knight b5 afterwards. So this is going to be very, very unpleasant here. So yeah, knight b5 now I think is a nice move. Just activate that knight. A takes b5, so Docky making sure that the queen's going to get exchanged, and then the bishop on c1 will be hanging. So if knight d4, then we just takes and rook c1 and
extra piece. Well, extra piece and already all the other extra things we already had.
Indeed, yes. So so this is really
this is game over.
This one is gone.
Surely, yes, it's gone.
Well done. So what is the tournament situation?
What are the scores at the moment?
126 to 102.
Okay.
So,
oh, yes. So it's still quite close.
Look at Lance.
Slightly ahead. Lance is at the top, and Docky
15, indeed,
15 and 13.
Exactly. And then we've got Keenan 2008, who's playing Lance. Actually, that's a good.
All right, let's have a look.
Ooh, let's have a look. So this looks like some sort of Sicilian that where White hasn't played that sharply. So Black's pretty comfortable, but White's also fine. It's yeah. Always hard to know in these sort of positions really what you're going to do with White here. With Black, yeah, Black's the plans are slightly more obvious, I think, for a6 and b5. You can maybe look to try and expand a little bit in the center. But of course, when you expand with stuff like a6 and b5, then well, then you also give weaknesses, that White could exploit. Here, Black's aiming to play the knight round to d4. I think try and get c3 out of White, and then pile up on the d3 pawn. So
Dinan's going for the exchange of queens.
Indeed. Now, yeah, interesting. Yeah, I mean, queen takes c4 was kind of interesting actually, because if you'd played d takes c4, I might have been able to play rook d4. Possible.
Because we saw Lance. It was Lance, wasn't it? We saw him berserk earlier.
Indeed, yes.
But he isn't doing that now. I guess he's
No. Well, he's playing the 2374 here,
now.
so Dean 2008 is much closer to his friends.
Yeah.
So that's obviously that's quite risky berserking like that.
So Dean's maybe going to line up on this long diagonal at some point.
Or
yeah, there you go. There you go.
There you go.
What did I say?
I was kind of thinking, maybe more about aiming for that diagonal. Maybe put a pawn on a6, and then just try and play on this pawn. But that wouldn't be. That feels like quite a nice thing to do, really. Fix that pawn on a7, put the bishop on this diagonal, then try and you've got if the bishop's on this diagonal. Then and you've played this pawn to a6, then you've also got ideas like playing b4, and if c takes b4 you play bishop takes a7, those kind of ideas.
I suppose White would like to keep that bishop.
Well, this knight's coming round to d4 now, so it's actually quite a strong knight, this one. I think they're kind of equivalent, really. I mean, I don't think black will want to exchange off that that bishop, certainly not on e5 when a rook comes to e5. A rook d5, this is a very solid position for black. So I guess black's going to try and play rook d8 maybe, and he's going knight d4. Yeah, why not? Indeed. Oh, knight takes c2. Oh dear, I think white missed this one. Oh, well, this is a disaster now because knight b4 is happening.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
As well.
Oh, good lord. A terrible blunder there, and all of a sudden, from a nice even position, Dinan's in trouble. So yeah, I mean, takes knight b4 is quite good, I think. Rook d8 might also be good. The one saving grace that you have, the one thing that gives you a bit of play is this pawn on a6.
The black's playing checkmate here.
Oh,
and actually, White hasn't stopped it, unfortunately.
Oh, good lord. Oh, what a song end there. So there we are. Well, big victory there for...
what is Docky's real name? I can say that, I'm pretty sure. It's Grandmaster Dr. John Nunn, an absolute legend English chess player. I'm going to write it down in the chat.
And indeed, well, let's have a look at this, because it's Lance against Docky. So Dr. John Nunn is playing his favourite King's Indian that he's played all his life. He's playing it against Lance. So let's have a look. Now, this is very interesting. This is a very sharp line, this one.
He's always been called Docky, kind of for fun, for years and years, because he's Dr. John Nunn.
He's a doctor of mathematics.
Yes.
So he's so it's a real title, and
so it's an absolute treat to be able to watch his games today. Yeah, very nice. And he's yes, exactly. He's a theoretician. He's a puzzle composer, and he's also he's played in the seniors recently with a lot of success as well. And just absolutely fantastic mathematician as well. So just very all-round talented guy.
Yeah, well-known author as well, prize-winning author, and former world top 10, and multiple gold medalist in the English Olympic team. So now let's have a look. This is a typical Benoni here. It's sort of bishop g5 same-ish. I play a lot with white. In principle, I think that white is not doing badly here, because somehow the AB, rook a7, that's a nasty little one there. So if rook b7, we had knight takes b5 because of the pin there. We had so if black had gone rook b7, knight b5 would have been very awkward. So the good thing about these type of Benoni structures is that even if you haven't quite played them in the best way, then you always get counterplay. So that's absolutely true. White was trying to block up the queen side there, and Docky has reacted well. You've got to take those pawns off. You've got to try and use that advanced B pawn, which may get lost. You've got to try and use it for counterplay. But there's a lot of a lot of possible ideas along this diagonal. I mean, playing B2 here, might conceivably be okay, because if queen b2, we play knight takes e4. And if knight takes e4, we've got knight takes f3 check. And the whole line of this bishop has been discovered on there. So, I mean, a move like b2, you often play bishop d4, you know, to block like that.
You've got to make sure you don't let it queen by mistake.
Well, exactly. And then you know, black could play bishop d7. I think maybe this b4 was a little bit over the top, just in this specific position. I mean, maybe instead of b4, one might have considered
h5,
knight a2 to go to knight b4. But h5, that's a very typical move again, just chasing away this knight on g3, and then it's going to loosen lots and lots of stuff. But that's a good move, actually, because now the knight retreats to f1, not to h1. That's actually a very good move. Oh, but wait a minute. Of course, this is what Docky's playing for. He's going to take on h3.
Ooh.
That's what he's doing. Oh, no, because he takes and rook takes b5. This was possible, a trick like this. And then you have knight f3 afterwards. Yes. I think it would have worked because if white plays f4, then we've got knight e4. At the very least, it was a total mess. But okay, this is better for white now. I mean, white's a pawn.
Although the trick's still on. Oh no, it's not, because the rook's now defending that knight.
Yeah, no, it's this rook e7 was not a good idea. But okay, I mean, as always, you know, black's got some dark squares to play with, so there's still you know, quite a bit of stuff going on there. But in principle, it's now a difficult position for black. So do we have f4 here now? Actually, this might be quite f4, or is maybe Docky's going to play bishop h6, but then I'll go bishop e3. But okay, yeah. I'm just wondering slightly because no, actually, if f4, if bishop h6, we've got bishop h5 as well, actually. So I think that would have been very dangerous as well. But this is solid from white, just exchanging off rooks. And okay, so knight's coming into f4. Got to be careful here. White's got to be a little bit careful. Bishop e3, I think, is really the move you want to play. To stop. And actually, you've got to be careful. Black's got to be careful now because bishop g5 is a good threat. Yeah. So
about that.
Yeah, I was wondering whether I could be tempted by something like bishop h3, but bishop g5 is actually quite a nasty reply there. So okay, that's a good move from Docky. Queen e7. No point in
redeploy bishop b7.
Yeah, not easy. I think white should probably maybe play a move like knight d4. I think that's quite a good one. Just bring this knight into play.
Yeah, then we have no pieces at all to the left of the c file. And if that bishop comes out, we'd have nothing to the left of the d file. All the actions on the king side.
Indeed.
Although, you know, a few moves ago, all the action was on the queen side, wasn't it? We had those black b pawns coming down and everything. Rook on a7. But now we're all going to the king side.
So bishop d7. Oh, wait a minute. F4. No. Oh, and the knight's trapped.
Where's this knight going?
No, it's not going anywhere.
Not any square. Not any square.
Yeah, no, that's it's so easy. It's one of those things in the Benoni. It's so easy to lose this piece. You know, you're close to it so often, but you've still got some sort of play. Obviously,
well, he was a piece down in his other game, wasn't he?
Indeed.
Although this one is probably less deliberate.
Indeed, yes. No, you've always got counterplay in these positions, simply because the white position's, you know, just a bit loose, really. But obviously, you know, long term, this should be losing. But I mean, black can take and take here, for example, but I think they'll probably be welcomed by white. So I think Docky's move, Queen e8, is the best one. Just really trying to to keep complexity. And I think just important to keep on playing quickly now and just, you know, try and just try and put the pressure on white, because it's this is you can mess this up with white. I mean, it's and that's not It's not impossible to do. Just with 30 seconds on the clock, a very small increment, 2 seconds, you know.
So, oh yeah, because this queen could come right into the back rank, and then you could go like knight h5, knight g3, and suddenly that king's in a box.
Yeah, you could easily go back. It's true. Queen a1. This is certainly not trivial. This for white. You've got to be.
Is it queen b1? You could go like queen c3, forking those bishops.
Yeah, I mean, white could go back to could go back to d3, but then you just go back to a1, and you just say, well,
draw's fine. And look, Lance has only 10 seconds left. Check. He's trying
wait a minute. Oh, queen. Oh, that's very risky. I thought white was going to play knight f3 actually to g5, which would have been very dangerous. Oh God, that was risky. Queen takes. Now I'm really queen knight c2. Okay, we've got queen g3, and we'll have bishop takes h3, which we should whip out instantly. Indeed, takes. Oh, okay.
Is this for draw or a win?
I'm not sure. Knight g4. I think Doki's playing for the win here. Simply because even if it's not winning. Even if it's not winning, I mean, we've got queen g3 and we've got h3 coming in.
Oh wow! Look at this.
That's actually going to be extremely.
He's play fast too now.
Yeah, h3. He's going to play h3. Yeah, Doki's.
Look at this. This is amazing game
queen
again.
4, h2.
Yeah.
Queen g2. We'll go queen h4. We'll tie him down there in the corner, I think. Oh, knight e3. Oh, he's just going to take. I thought. Okay. I'm not sure that was a good decision there from Doki. That's. Suddenly we're back to being clearly winning again. Oh, Doki after he was so close. Queen e3. It's still not an easy one. This you can very easily just mess stuff up, but you've got this nice cluster of pieces around. That's the point. Bishop f8. So knight e4 would be quite a good one to do there. Although you've got queen f1, d6. D6 is even better. You're coming in with queen e8. That's very queen c6, I think. Yeah, that would be a good one. So how do we do
moves on increment?
Knight e4, bishop takes d6 now.
Quickly to time.
Oh, look, he's lost some time.
Yeah, time out. Wow, that was an amazing game.
I think it was.
He had a win there. Yeah.
Knight g5 was probably going to be.
Question: was knight a2 possible instead of b4?
Yes, it was indeed.
Yes.
I think that was a good move. Knight a2. Well done, man, mate. 170 to 146. It's not going quickly there, is it? It's let's have a look. Who haven't we seen yet?
We haven't seen Nigel ST if he's playing, and we haven't seen Dairy Queen. And also there was Alan Beard we haven't seen.
Yes, that's right. We should have a look at Alan Beard as well. Let's have a look at Dairy Queen.
Yes.
Is Dairy Queen playing at the moment? I don't think so. No.
Oh yes, no. There is one in progress.
Oh, really? Then I need to Dairy Queen 10. Yeah, there we are. Sorry, I clicked too quickly. So against Bumble Trouble, which is a very good name.
Yes.
So Dairy Queen is black. Now Moonmaker is Battersea Junior Dennis. Oh, okay. Hi.
Wow. Excellent. Nice to see you again. Yes.
Indeed.
Fantastic. Thank you for letting us know that. But we'll have to look at Moon. We already looked at one Moonmaker game, didn't we? We'll check on him again.
We did. Yes. No. So let's have a look. So what's happening? So has a pawn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not very quick at counting quickly. 6 and 6. No, so it's equal pawns. Rook b3, that's risky. Takes rook b2. Are you losing that pawn? I think. Oh, rook c2 now. That's got to be the move.
Oh yes.
And all of a sudden, oh no! Oh, rook c2. I think was virtually winning. I think. This is still. Oh, actually, you're winning a piece.
Where is the knight going? That's the question.
Almost winning a piece. No, but e4 is fine. My goodness, the thrills and spills of this game. But this is okay for black, I think. Rook e2 takes. Oh no! Knight takes d2.
Surprise!
Oh no! Oh!
I didn't see it.
Good lord!
Oh dear.
Oh, White was so attracted by that f5 square tonight. This is still quite difficult for black, unfortunately, because.
And let's take on b5, can we?
Yeah, but White's going to play the knight to f5. Oh, knight f5 check.
No.
Oh, and the piece has gone.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's going to be it for Dairy Queen. Because White's played incredibly fast. My goodness. Look at that. 2:30.
Yes.
2 minutes 40 still. Knight b7. Rook check, and then knight d6 is coming in afterwards. Oh, king e5. So maybe knight... Ooh, king d5.
King d5. Yes, go for it. Very nice. Very nice.
Oh, my goodness.
Well done, Dairy Queen. Now, who's...
It's an equal ending now.
It's equal. It's equal.
King e6 now. King e6 simply. Yeah, that's great. And king f6. Rook c3 is fine too. h4. Take it. No problem. King f6. Easy. Rook f4, and we just wait with the rook. My goodness. Yeah, we should rook c8. I would probably go. King f. Oh, king g5. Oh, this is a little bit tricky now. This is a bit tricky. How? Oh, rook takes f5. Oh, back to e6, etc. Back to e6.
Move the king.
Back to e6. Oh, g4. G4, my goodness. Oh, I thought White was going to try and play around a bit.
Now it's technique.
Now it's technique indeed. Oh no, that's not good. That's not good. Oh, that's not the best. Rook c5, we could go. I'm desperately trying to remember my rook endings here, but oh, good lord. No, that's all wrong. F7. Oh, my goodness. My goodness me. Oh, and it's going to be it's
hard to play these so fast.
It's very hard to play these. You're trying to think, which rook ending was that? Was that a good one or a bad one? And it's just you just don't have time to do it. Look at that though, 183, 168. My goodness me.
Still very close. England has a slight lead.
We were going to have a look at Nigel ST, because Nigel ST has been organising the event for the English side. So we should definitely have a look at him. He's playing against Ravine Chess.
Okay. And has he berserked? Or he's just taken longer? Maybe he's taken longer to play.
I think he's probably taken longer there, I think.
Well, I tell you, Ravine Chess is playing fast.
Golly, yeah, I think Ravine Chess could really...
playing on increment already, or the whole game.
With that sort of speed. It's yeah, no, it's great to see Doc playing indeed. It's so what have we got? Rook c8, knight d2. Yeah, I mean, Black's. I suppose if anyone's.
If I was me, I would move one of those kingside pawns at some point to just make sure there's no back rank mates coming in at any point. Indeed.
I mean, I think White's a little bit more comfortable in general. I mean, that pass c pawn is a little bit of gives you a little bit of hope. But knight takes a5. Oh, we got rook a8. Oh, then we got knight b3. I think rook a8 might have been all right, but this is here now. Black's lost a pawn here. Oh, teeing up for.
He's going for it. He's got his plan. Knight e2 check. Will he see it? Yes.
Oh my goodness me.
Well done, Nigel.
Oh, what a drama. It's
and takes on a2 as well. Yeah, very good. Well done, Nigel.
The knight c3 to a4 is just going to pick up that pawn, and I think that's just going to be a win. I think. Shall we? I'm going to just.
Alan Beard, if he's playing.
Yep. Let's have a little look.
Which I guess must be Alan Beardsworth.
I think so. Yes. Alan Beard. There we are.
Or someone pretending to be Alan Beardsworth.
There we are. Alan Beard. Yes, he's playing. He's just started a game. Great.
Okay.
So, and Alan Beard is in 9th place overall, and Wild Indian is in 10th. So, big matchup here. So, Alan Beard playing a Reti in a slightly unusual way, although I've seen Grishuk doing something similar to this, in actual fact.
Okay.
These always were thought to be, not very interesting for White, really, but they've been coming up with. I think they've been coming up with knight h4 plans and f3 e4 and that sort of stuff, and they're just just making it a little bit more juicy.
Yeah. Well, Alan's certainly pushing the kingside pawns forward here.
Yeah, so I think the aim is to start playing f4 and maybe f5 as well.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe the bishop's going to retreat back to
Although
g3.
could you don't get your bishop trapped, do you?
Well, no, not completely, because you go f4, f6, f5, I think. But here, yeah, the idea is just so white probably play b3 here, just stop knight c4. I guess black, yeah, a5 is a good one. That's a5, a4. Okay, so that's black's got the b4 square, but if black does play c5, then white gets the b5 square for the knight. You know, that's the nice point. So rook c1. Well, white's playing very, very sensibly here. So no sudden moves, and at some stage you might want to play either f4 or f3 and e4. That's now that's a little bit of a light square weakness, but yeah, I guess black's going to play the bishop back to f7. You know, just cover it like that, and yeah.
So would that make you want to change your plan to f3, e4 rather than straight away f4?
Yeah, kind of. The only problem with f3 and e4 is that you've got to watch out for d takes and bishop b3. So this is always a little bit of a problem. But I think what white should do, and this is what Alan's doing actually, is play nice and slowly. I mean, here maybe just knight e2 and bring it round to f4 is quite nice. You know, just eye that g6 square. That's very good. And just you know, and I think black should be redeploying this knight on b6 now. I think this one should be trying to go c8 to d6.
Okay, and, yeah, that looks good.
Looking at those things, and then maybe once black has played the knight to d6, he can maybe think about playing b5.
Oh, he's going a different.
That's possible. I think black's aiming to put it here and then here and here. Oops, and b4 rather.
I see.
I wouldn't. I'm not sure I'm totally keen on the knight being on b4, to be honest. But rook c5 is possible here. Maybe is that possible? It's a little bit risky, but
threatening the a5 pawn. Oh, this still threatens the a5.
Yeah, so rook a8 will be played, and that's quite good. I mean, after rook a8, knight. Well,
G6.
yeah, I don't know. Bishop g6. So, yeah, it would have been great to have played knight f4 before then, really, but because now black might just play bishop e4. But queen c5. That's a very sensible move. I think black is probably going to take that one, or you could play a move like queen d8 actually. Oh, queen d8 might be quite nice. And then if the rook moves away, we just go knight a6 and then we go knight b4. That's possible. Depends a little bit what black wants. Yeah, okay, queen d8. So the rook will move, and then we'll play knight. Okay, knight e6. That's probably a kind of a better idea. I mean, the knight on b4 is lovely, you know, in terms of being an outpost, but it's not really doing that much. And the knight on g5 is more dangerous. But this is quite a move from. I mean, I'm quite tempted to play a move like knight e4 or bishop e4 and just try and swap off these pieces. And if this is quite an awkward one, if it takes, we might consider taking back with a pawn. And then playing in with knight f3, because the queen.
White queen's a bit offside, isn't it?
White queen's a bit offside now, so yeah, that might be a little bit awkward. Just trying to think whether we could do this a bit better, but still, I mean, knight takes e4, d takes e4. It's not. Yeah, I mean, actually, I think maybe we could just take and. Put the rook on c5 maybe, and cover that way, you know, and then if black plays, you know, knight f3, we can take, pawn takes, and we can swing our rook over and cover that way. So I think taking on e4 is not so bad.
Alan's having a bit of a think here.
Yeah,
as well, he might. It's an important decision.
You might take back with a knight simply. Yeah, that's and then if bishop takes e4, then just rook e4. When I think black's got probably the slightly better of it, just because the king side is so weak. You know, you'll have moves like h5 and an f5 just to.
I would be inclined to try and swap that knight off. It looks a bit scary there. If I were white.
Yeah. Oh, this is
queen g5.
Yeah, or queen h4, rook f8. That's an interesting one. Wouldn't have been my first choice. I'm wondering, bishop e4, de is not nice at all. Ooh, that's quite risky.
Yeah, this is looking dangerous, isn't it?
Yeah, this is very dangerous. Queen h4 maybe. Okay, rook c5. That's a good move.
Yeah.
Just trying to. I think maybe queen h4 first would have been more appropriate. Just hitting the pawn on h3. But okay, I think rook f8 would be a good move here. Oh, queen e3.
Ooh.
Indeed. That's a tiny bit risky because the white queen
Right,
gets
counter-attack.
Actually, this is not.
Alan's heavily outrated in this game.
We could go queen check and queen takes b3.
Yeah. Oh, the king. He's moved the king.
I'm going to go d5 and
Can
block.
white get a draw? No. Couldn't white?
Well, this is
rook
quite.
f8 and.
This is quite unclear. This. Oh, rook f8 straight away. Yeah, rook f8 would have been a draw. Yeah. But I think maybe white's playing for a bit more actually.
Okay. It's brave though, given how high rated the opponent is, and he's ahead on the clock.
Indeed. E3. So this is a very good general move. Just and we can go fe again. Queen e3.
What about queen check?
Queen d3. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness! What a sneaky trick.
Unlucky. Unlucky, Alan Beard.
Yeah, very unlucky, Alan Beardworth. So 228 to 210. It is going to go to the wire.
Very close.
Absolutely.
Keep playing your English. But should we have a check-in again on Moonmaker?
Yeah, because he is playing Lance.
Okay.
Oh, it's number 2 against number 1. Look at that.
Yeah. So Moonmaker is a junior player.
Exactly. Yes, that's
Dennis from Battersea Chess Club.
From Battersea.
Doing fabulously.
Doing incredibly well. So playing against the highest.
Playing against the top seed here.
So this is Lance actually played this quite well. He sort of managed to hold back the f5 break, and then it's got this d3 break in. Bishop e3 is not bad. No, it's I was wondering maybe c3, but then you had queen b6 check. That was the
so black could not take on b2.
Yeah, I think then you go rook d1, and then you're sort of yeah, actually I think this is a better move here. So white's still got the old problems with the
oh yes, you can't just take on d3 because
bishop on b3 here. Now I'm trying to think how could we best do this? We're going to lose some pawns. I mean, that's clear, but we just try and find some way of getting good counterplay here. Bishop d4. I was wondering about e5. I was maybe even wondering about having played rook c1. Maybe it might have been.
Excuse me. Let's see.
Here, queen d4 check, king h1, and then I guess black's going to. So king h1 is the only move there, I think, and then
d2.
Queen takes b2. Okay, queen b2. We'll go rook b1 there, I think. I don't think that's too bad.
And can they go? Oh no, they can't take on c2 because the queen's on prince.
That would be a little too much indeed. Okay, this is not so bad. Maybe we could take maybe rook d1. Rook d1. Even better.
Which is like what we were talking about just before.
Yeah, that's right. So actually, getting the pawn back, and that's not bad at all. It's quite a good. It's great to hold this this c2 pawn because it's a bit of a rock really for your whole structure. But the next threat we've got to deal with is bishop a6. I mean, you're tempted with trying to throw in f5, but
so maybe we should move our rook again.
Yeah.
What, to f3?
It's a bit.
That rook there's a bit. The rook on f1.
It's all a little bit tricky, really. Yeah. Maybe we should. Queen d2, bishop a6.
Gonna go c4, are we?
Is he going to go c4? Maybe, yeah. Okay, that's not. On the other hand, that queen and rook are.
Because if you take, can you then go rook c1?
You can go rook c1 then, yeah. And this queen and rook are covering the d file, so that's not bad. It's just long term. That obviously that bishop on b3, you're not very happy with.
Yeah, but if we lose our c4 pawn, then our bishop
of course. f5. interesting. I was looking more at e5 actually, just to try and get in knight e4 to f6, but queen b4. So Lance is. Did Lance berserk? I think Lance berserk.
Yeah, Lance
Oh,
berserk.
then this is
So actually, when they berserk, sometimes it's quite good to just swap into an endgame because it just always takes longer to win those.
Exactly. Yeah. No. Of course.
So what about rook d6?
Yeah.
He's done it.
This is not. This is going to take a little bit of winning for black, but bishop c5, bishop f2. Probably we should go back to f1. I think we don't want to. I'd feel very nervous about leaving the back rank there. And bishop c5. But look how much time this is costing him.
15 seconds. Yeah.
So I can't believe
he has to deliver mate.
I can't believe black's going to make this. Rook d1, excellent. Takes.
11 seconds, 10 seconds. Each move is a second.
Yeah, no, it's very.
Can you win this position to checkmate in?
Oh, that was a little bit risky. He could have pinned him with bishop d6, but now he's chased him away. So king g1.
He's going for checkmate, of course.
Knight e3, that's fine. Knight g4, that's fine too. Bishop c3. Knight e3 is fine. Yeah, king f2.
5 seconds.
King e2. Oh, yeah, king f3, that's fine.
4 seconds.
Just got to keep it together.
Full check.
Oh, but he's rook d6.
3 seconds.
He's not too bad here. Oh, rook e6.
Check.
Nasty. Rook e7. Oh, I could have taken the pawn. a5. Oh.
Don't let it queen. Don't let it queen.
Oh, that's got king f4.
Less than a second left.
How is he making his moves? He's pre-moving. King e3. Come on. h4, h5. He's pre-moving like a. Oh, nobody's going to get checked. Oh, sorry. In my excitement, I've let all the arrows. Queen d2 and queen f2, mate.
Oh, fantastic, Dennis.
What a drama.
Well played. What an exciting match.
That's a huge blow for the England team because
Is it?
positive in the sense of striking a blow because Lance was on
I see what you mean, yes.
was on a huge
I was thinking it was good.
So indeed.
So we've knocked Lance off his streak, which will give in fact, Moonmaker. So can you see the scores there?
So it's 257 to 223,
Yeah.
and Lance is on 38. I mean, Lance is.
Oh wow, he's way out in front. Well, he's managed to do that because he's played so many more games. He must have berserked quite a lot.
He's berserked quite a few, I think. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
It was.
And he's been winning them all. In fact, is this his first loss?
It's his first loss. Yeah, he drew against behind Blue Eyes. He drew against behind Blue Eyes, and then afterwards, I think he probably, if he'd known Moonmaker was a junior, I think he might have thought twice about
berserking. But it's an incredible tournament by Lance as well. He's doing fantastically.
Doing incredibly well there. Let's have a look. What else? Who have we?
From his Twitter status, he's won. He does lots of marathons. He's 11 times live chess marathon winner.
Right, yeah, marathon champion. That's right. I'm just picking a few players we haven't seen yet. There's Min 2020 against Anonymous Patzer.
Okay, and I think Anonymous Patzer's the English one.
I think so.
Yes,
let's
I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Am I right?
Norwegian.
Oh.
And Egypt.
No.
Well, there we are. England, Russia. So I think Anonymous Patzer is playing for the English team, and I think that Min 2020 is for the Russian team. So these are quite these are very typical positions that you get a lot of different variations.
What opening was this one?
So this was just a Reti kind of thing. White's got two ideas. E4 is one, and knight b3 to a5 is the other one. Knight b3 now is this is very, very well played by Min 2020. He's playing like an absolute train. I think he's barely using any time. He might have had this many times.
3 minutes 25 seconds, starting from 3 minutes.
I think the knight b3. This is just winning a pawn by force, maybe. Oh no. You can go bishop d8 here. Sorry, I was forgetting that bishop on g6. So bishop d8 is more or less, I think, the only way to stop knight a5. So that is possible. And then Yeah, I guess we're going to take bishop takes rook e1. No, he's playing h4. This is quite an awkward position for black, though. It really is. Not at all nice to play here. h5's coming in, which is very unpleasant. Bishop c7. Rook e7. Oh, I'm not sure about that one. No. Because we got rook c7 now. Oh, that was not a good idea, I think. So king f7, and the bishop's got a safe spot here, can go to 3 or something. So I'm not sure that white's better anymore here. Knight a5, very clever. Rook b8 was threatened, but the rook moves away from c7, so covering it. Okay, so what can black do now positively? That's the question, I suppose. I mean, I suppose one idea for white might be somehow
to try and sack on c6.
To sack a piece, bishop on a6 or something like that, and get through. But well, that's going to be it's maybe going to be quite difficult if the bishop's coming to this diagonal now. It's not easy to find a plan for black. I mean, black could try and play g6 and get the king round to g5. I was thinking, so you go king there, king here, king here. That might have been an idea for making progress. But this move, bishop c7, is if you're going to take on a5 afterwards, you really
could. Yeah, I was going to say that. I was going to suggest that knight b7, and then you've got a fork at the end.
Yeah, this is going to be very dangerous. Oh dear. This was not. So how are we going to do? Oh no!
Take the rook.
E7. Oh dear me.
Oh, dear, for black.
Oh, what a heartbreak there for black. Yeah, rook d7. You were still fighting in there. Yeah, this is horrific though. Bishop e4 and d5.
King in.
Yeah, this has gone.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move to another one, just because since it's he's resigned now. Since only 13 minutes, we've got a stay reaction. It's still 270 to 248. I mean, the English chess players, they've still got the lead all the time, but it's very, very close. Wild Indian playing Doki. Let's have a look at that one. So Doki is black and looking very good.
What opening was this one?
This was probably some sort of English, I would be guessing. No, a bishop b5 check Sicilian.
Okay.
So, Doki. Is the pawn on a7 hanging? Maybe not. If knight a7 will go rook a8, I think. But is that really what you want? I don't think so. No, I don't think that's very good. Oh, dear me. Oh, good Lord. That's I actually think that Doki might have played king d. Well, it's not. No, I think this is just going to end up as a draw, I think, this one. So I don't think either side can really do that much. Certainly if you can tell there's some anticipation here of the opening of the H file. So I think, I mean, this knight on b5 is quite a monster, attacking this pawn on a7. I was wondering whether you could bring your king round to here and defend it, but then, you're caught on the back rank. So it's a little bit, I mean, Doki is a huge amount ahead on time. I mean, that's really good. Yeah. But I think that, I'd be surprised.
This is a rematch of the game we saw earlier.
Indeed.
Where it was a game that was swinging, end-to-end play. Doki against Warman, and Doki won in the end.
Indeed, that's right. So I don't really think that the black's got very much that he can do there. So I would expect this to end as a draw quite quickly. Oh, g4. Doki's going for it. Mm-hmm. So
can you take on a7?
Well,
then we come in with.
I wouldn't recommend that. I think rook h7 is the move you really want to play. Rook h7, and to be honest, I'm not sure. I don't know why black would be better, to be honest. I would have thought black's actually just worse here, having done this. But I think Dockie's going on the time situation, just because that is quite severe, of course. Rook h7 is a good move, though.
Presumably, Wild Indian has not berserked here.
He hasn't berserked, no. So he's. This is actually very awkward because I mean, it doesn't matter what you do. I'm threatening to take on a7.
Yeah.
So I mean, black should move his king.
What if you get the king out of the way, and then if it does take, you've still got rook g2 at the end?
Yeah. I think probably something like king f8 is the best, I think. And we'll take, and you'll take with a rook. But then I'll give a little check. You come up again, I take on a7, and well, you don't have a perpetual here. The only question is whether you can maybe give a check and then swing around just in time to get the a pawn. You might be able to. You might be able to. But yeah, he's played king f8. I mean, you might just play. Yeah, he's going for it though. I think. Knight a. Oh, that knight's going to have a check. I think he really should have played it to a different square. I think he should have played it to f7. Okay, but now we've got knight c6 check. F7. Yeah, knight c6 check here. Knight c6 check and then a7, and that's just winning. Ah, that's such an unnecessary loss, really, because
Can you repeat?
No, because you just go here and d2 check. You go king e1. So that's just going to be winning. All right, I think yeah, I think we'll assume that's. Unfortunately, Dockie's going down on that one. What's the score? It's 280 to 270. Oh my goodness! That's going to be a big one there. You see, because Dockie was on a streak. So it really is all happening here. Let's have a look. We've got square.
Okay, yeah, square taker. Yes. I think square taker. I think might be Tom Villiers.
All right, he's whatever he is, he's berserking. So,
he's berserking, of course he is.
It's full on against quite a strong player, 2147. So there's only 120 points difference there. So but what h4?
He's doing the Alakine shattered attack with, except against different black moves.
My goodness me, this is so okay. I mean, White's idea is just if a6, you're just going to go knight d6 check and just
he's taking back on d.
This is a little bit odd, this one, because you're just giving away your e5 pawn or your b2 pawn, which is quite. I mean, the b2 pawn is actually quite nasty because you can have bishop e4 after bishop c5.
Bishop
c3, I think. Yeah, and if queen b2, we're going to go rook h3. That's what we're going to do.
Oh, that's what we're going to do. I'm glad you said that. I wasn't sure what we were going to do.
Completely protected then. So I think black might just take on e5 actually as well. But queen c1, no! Why queen c1? Because black can just take it and then go knight e5. Ooh, that's going to be it's not the ending you really wanted. Right. Gonna have to work hard. Gonna have you tough job here to make things happen. King d7 maybe. Okay, f4. It's quite. It's a good idea to berserk here, I think, because that makes sort of makes sure that you get a chance of getting more games, of course. But
especially with 6 minutes left.
Right, c4. Okay, so I guess we play oh h5.
Yeah, our bishop didn't have many squares.
There's a bit short of squares. Our bishop. Yeah, I think bishop d7 from black. It's going to look very good. Let's this is looking quite nice for black. I think white desperately trying to hold a draw here. Let's just have a go back to the main score to see 298 to 287.
Okay.
Against mouse slip.
Yes, let's see that.
Mouse slip, and Lancers berserks again, of course.
Okay.
So, mouse slip not. So this is quite. But Lance has played. Looks like a very nice positional game and is winning the E5 pawn now.
Okay.
So
he's still got quite a lot of his time left, actually. If he started with 1.5.
No, he's played very, very fast indeed. So, but yeah, if he's 11 times light chess marathon champion, then you can definitely say he's got some experience of playing at this speed.
Yeah. Oh yes, true. Agreed. Blindfold chess, that berserking now, you'll start seeing lots of the players doing some berserking.
Yeah, and it can make a big difference because it's so tight, you know, the score. Actually, can you maybe open up a window, Natasha, and keep an eye on the score whilst we're looking at this? Otherwise, I'm going to get twitchy and start knight f8. So Lance, 58 seconds left.
Okay.
Actually, what's
305 292. So England's
good
keeping it together.
f4. So this here Lance in complete control here. But of course berserking. So 95. That wasn't. You've got to really try and. Good Lord, what can you do here with black? 49 seconds suddenly seems like an eternity when you know, four white. Oh, that's a little bit loose because the G3 pawn is hanging now, but of course, you know, the black pieces are so far away. I think yeah, King H2. That's quite a very sensible move there.
So 3 minutes 55 seconds of this tournament remaining. Scores are England 305, Russia 294.
My goodness.
Still very, very close.
My goodness me. So
this game could be important in the final standings.
Absolutely. I mean, you're desperately trying to you know, to hold back somebody's streak here, and there's a Queen H7 check here, which is possible now.
Oh gosh.
King G1, Bishop takes D3. I mean, you're only. Oh no! Oh, that's also quite would have been quite spectacular, but for Queen G6 check. So I think King H8 is necessary, and then we've got to watch out. Oh no, that's just gone completely. I think King H8, you just had to try it, and of course Mousip is playing for the old Berserk game. So
yeah.
I do think I would expect Lance to make this one really.
Yeah, we've seen him play his endings before, haven't we? Where he pre-moves every single move, and the seconds don't go down too quick.
Indeed, yeah. And the Bishop F1 was a very good move. I mean, you're covering A6. You're also stopping E3 to E2. That was a very nasty move there. I would expect Lance. How
do you stop this pawn even queening?
You can't stop it.
No. So
B7 now. Oh, Bishop C4 if you're particularly feeling particularly cruel. E8 Queen. And I think that one's gone. I think.
Oh, Lance has probably got another 2 games to play. 2 minutes left of the tournament. Maybe one more anyway.
This is, yeah. He's got to mate him though. Bishop E2.
Yeah.
Well
there
done.
we are, mate.
Well done.
Played.
So 316 to 313. My goodness, Natasha, keep an eye on that score as we move into the final 2 minutes. My goodness, who is berserking? Berserking against John WR. F5, 1 minute 40. He's really going to have to.
That piece is gone.
That piece is gone. But if White keeps his head, then he's not going to. He doesn't have to lose because obviously.
No time to be sporting now, English players. Don't resign if you were.
Absolutely.
Before the tournament ends. 320, 316.
Moonmaker against Lance.
Okay. Oh yes, let's see this.
Oh, it's the same opening. My goodness. And Moonmaker's
2-1 up against Lance.
Moonmaker's berserked. Look at that.
Moonmaker's berserking too. Fantastic.
5. So it's
still 320, 316.
Yeah.
Less than a minute left, 56 seconds to go in our tournament. So the odd game is going to make all the difference here.
Yeah, it's not really a risk berserking because you've got enough time. I mean, you could really
Yeah,
really
either player could now just stop playing.
Yeah, this is very bad for Moonmaker here, but you don't have to lose it. So, Moonmaker, well, I would hope you're not listening, but you don't need to do anything. 320 to 316 still. Will anything change? It could just be
the English players should all just stop moving, shouldn't they?
It could just be one game. 321
seconds.
There was a draw there somewhere, obviously.
Okay, fine.
Chess King again. Chess 3 knights.
Okay.
Chess King is losing, but only 14 seconds left. So Chess King, no sporting.
Hold on.
Don't be sporting. Keep on.
321 to 317. 7 seconds. 6, 5, 326 to 317. England's going to win.
1-0.
0. Right. What a 326 to 320. What a close.
My goodness me, that was amazing.
And look at Lance, he had 48 points. He's well out in front.
Yeah.
Just because of the number of games he's berserked and he's been winning as well.
Yeah, Min 2020 must have been berserking every game as well. Obviously less successful, but still made a lot of points there. Actually, look at the first 3. That's Team Russia. So Lance, Wild Indian, who was berserking a lot as well, and Min 2020 as well.
And then we've got David Wilson from English Chess Players, Behind Blue Eyes. I don't think we saw any David Wilson games, did we? Behind Blue Eyes.
We
and
almost
Demon. Maybe we did.
Yes.
We nearly got to.
Nearly got to.
John WR, Moonmaker, Doki, Anonymous Patzer. All the English players next.
Indeed.
And special mention to Moonmaker for his fine win earlier. And to Doki for his absolutely fantastic game that we saw where he sacked a piece in the opening and then won many moves later.
Fantastic. Lovely everyone. Lance saying good game, Moonmaker. That's really, really sweet. That's fantastic. What else? Let's have a look a little bit lower. UTF Semenov 83 that we saw. Nigel ST. Look at that. 17 points.
Wow.
Well done, sir. And we've got Mouse Slip there that we also saw on 16 points. Oh, Anthony Bangan, we saw a few games of his 15 points there. And Dairy Queen ending on 13 points.
Very good.
And Alan Beard that we also saw ended up on 12 points there.
What happened with Schadenfreude? Did he stop?
Oh, Schadenfreude. Let's have a look. Schadenfreude, good. He was. He just played 4 games there and scored 4 points. So excellent. Well, I mean, I hope you've enjoyed this. I definitely have a great time watching these team battles. Well done to Team England for just pulling through. Oh no! Wait a minute.
What? Hey,
I'm seeing. I'm seeing.
What happened there?
Is that correct?
What I saw a minute ago. Let me just check that. Oh dear. Yeah, no, I think you're absolutely right.
Oh my goodness me. Well,
that's from all the berserking at the end.
My goodness.
That's what did it. Well done, Team Russia.
Well done, Team Russia, then.
Actually, I was saying the other way around a minute ago.
It's. I think it must have turned just at the end. It must have turned just at the end. My goodness me. So Team Russia, an amazing fight back then. 326 to 320. Yeah, I know. So,
fantastic match.
My live feed was.
Yeah, it was Russia on top at the end. Okay, well done, Russia.
Well done, Russia, and well done for ending then in the first 3 places. Incredible effort. Thanks very much, Lance, and well played, sir, and well played to your team as well. Oh, then I definitely think that sometime we'll have to have a rematch because a match this close has to be tried once more. But
definitely.
But brilliant. Anyway, I hope everyone enjoyed that. I mean, do keep watching out for these because the ECF organises an awful lot of these team competitions, and they're great fun, and they're really they're fun to watch and a great deal of fun to take part in. And just imagine, I mean, one of the benefits of the lockdown is that we're able to play matches against South Africa and Iceland and Russia, and just wouldn't have happened before. So. Yeah, do take advantage of that. And Well, I mean, thanks very much indeed for watching, and well, see you around.
Thank you for watching.